I was at the cinema with some friends this evening. It was a makeup for last weekend when plans were shoved because of the cyclone. We saw Captain America Brave New World. When we were at the theater, there was a large family sitting near us with, I think, about 4 to 5 kids and a few adults. I didn't count exactly because it was dark. But the kids were pretty restless and they were moving around and talking, and they didn't stop even when the movie started. And that was pretty annoying. It was okay during the action scenes, but when there's dialogue and I'm trying to follow what was happening, it got very frustrating. So some people in the theater gave them the signal to shush, but that only quieted them down for a brief moment and then they started up again. I thought about the parents. If they can't manage the children, then please don't come to the theater. And I also got annoyed because I hadn't seen a movie in the big screen for quite a few months, and I don't get to sit back and enjoy this one. I was thinking of calling the cinema staff, but I decided against it. So I just sat and stewed for a while. Then at one point, I looked back a few seats away and I saw what looked like the mother of the family. And sitting on her was one of her kids. And the kid had her head on the mother's shoulder and was sleeping. And on the mother's face was complete exhaustion, and she was leaning back and resting too, while the other 3 or 4 kids were climbing over each other. So I don't know this family, I don't know their situation, but my guess is that this trip to the movie was a relief for them. Maybe they've been stuck in the house because of the cyclone for 4 to 5 days, and this was the family time outside. I remember thinking it's not easy for a large family to find activities together, especially with many kids. So any activity with them all getting along is a win for a family like this. I remember thinking that, and I remember I stopped being annoyed. The thought that went through my head was that they weren't that noisy after all. And it was just a few shuffles here and there, and no more than if I was at home watching the movie and my family was moving around. So I remember I enjoyed the rest of that movie after that. I'm reflecting on this experience with you because I want to share with you what I gained from a little bit of compassion, a little bit of understanding in thinking about someone else. My change in perspective didn't change that family, but it changed me. I gave myself permission to lift this burden off my shoulder of being annoyed and feeling that it's not right and feeling that it's not fair and mulling through the many ways that I need to punish them or control them, to let go of all of that so I can sit back and just enjoy being in the movie theater with my friends and with other people that are dealing with the same imperfect world as I am. So next time when I find myself not enjoying a movie I'm watching, maybe I need to check not the story that's being shown on the screen, but the story that's being played in my head. Maybe I need to go sit next to a parent with a child sleeping on her shoulder.